Welcome to Fraser Mac Gaming. This is the very first episode of Fraser Mac Gaming News. It's going to be a series all about the latest news in modern gaming, retro gaming and the indie gaming scene. Today we are going to talk about the mega month of May on Switch. There are so many games, developers and publishers are literally going to be stealing your money and taking you all the way for everything you have. So I've already put my dog up for sale, I've sold a kidney, and I don't know what else I can get rid of. But there are so many games, I've had to split this into two videos. This one is going to be all about the major studios and the large indie developers, what is coming out from them in the month of May. I've narrowed it down to my top 10, so without further ado, sit back, enjoy the rest of the video and see what my top 10 games are for the Switch in the month of May. May starts off with a big hitter as you can get ready to rumble through the jungle anytime, anywhere with a much loved Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze arrives on Switch May the 4th. Nintendo is porting over the Wii U game to the Switch to give it the audience and acclaim it deserves. It has all the usual 2D side-scrolling, stomping and banana snatching action that you'd expect from a Donkey Kong game, and it looks and sounds amazing. The Donkey Kong is joined by his usual sidekicks in Diddy Kong, Dixie and Cranky Kong, and the addition of the new Funky Kong. This mode is available to tone down the difficulty level, and it comes with more health, an endless air supply underwater, and Funky can also skip stages and come back later if you get stuck. This opens up the game to a whole new generation of younger fans and should make it sell big when it arrives May the 4th. WayForward's Kickstarter funded belly dancing hair slinging hero Shantae is back on Switch with the digital release of the Shantae Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition arriving May 8th. Shantae Half Genie Hero was released on Switch last June, but the new Ultimate Edition comes complete with all the previous DLC modes and costumes. It has all the usual action platforming from the previous game. You can also play as Shantae's friends Rottitops, Bolo and Sky in Friends to the End. There's also a physical Day 1 edition which includes an official art book and soundtrack CD which is available now. Enjoy this and previously unreleased bonus material when the Ultimate Edition arrives digitally on Switch May 8th. It comes in at $27 in the States and under £20 in the UK with a 10% discount on pre-order before release. Next up is Fraser Games' Super Chariot. Everyone likes a co-op game and Wii U ports of course. Super Chariot is a cute solo or co-op puzzle platformer which arrives to test your teamwork and send you on a mission to provide the dead king with a worthy burial surrounded by treasure. You play as the brave princess and her faithful fiancé, travelling through the catacombs in a dead king's wheeled coffin, using an innovative physics engine to search for treasure and overcome ghastly obstacles. Put your skill, communication and teamwork to the test as you avoid enemies, slide through speedy sequences and collect loot along the way. Local multiplayer is available and 60 hours of gameplay are promised in 25 beautiful 2D levels with secret pathways and hoards of treasure to be found. Super Chariot arrives 10th of May digitally in the UK for $17.99, £20.99 physical or $19.99 in the USA. If RPGs are your thing, then Battle Chasers Night War could be for you. Another Kickstarter project, the game is brought to you by Airship Syndicate and THQ Nordic. They've been trusted by Steve Madureira to bring his best-selling 90s comic book series Battle Chasers to life. The result is a westernised RPG with a turn-based battle system and big battle-busting action. Randomly generated dungeons are filled with traps, puzzles and secrets to be discovered. You can build your party to use 3 of the 6 available heroes, make use of their unique abilities, items and skills to survive in battle and create epic teams. The game looks fantastic and the quality of the artists and designers really shines through. Battle Chasers Night War arrives on Switch digitally and physically May 15th, $39.99 in the USA and under £30 in the UK. Nintendo is milking the ports from the Wii U era, and Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is up next for the transfer to everyone's favourite handheld. You certainly get your money's worth, with strong incentives to double dip on taking another trip to Hyrule for Dynasty Warriors inspired gameplay. The hack and slash action game is exploding onto Switch with a healthy amount of DLC to help sell it to a new audience. With every map, mission and 29 playable characters available from the Wii U and 3DS versions, it even includes Breath of the Wild inspired skins to draw in current Switch owners. You can band together with an ally and play local co-op, and you can also jump between 4 playable characters at any point in the game, anywhere on the map. Fight off hordes of enemies using awesome combos and unleash epic special moves to smash your way through hordes of enemies at once. Help Link and his friends defeat the evil Sea of the Dark Sorceress and find the missing Princess Zelda when Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition arrives on Switch May 18th. Changing up the action in the next game is from award-winning developer Tarsier Studios and published by Bandai Namco. Little Nightmares Complete Edition arrives on Switch May 18th. This blend of comic book Pixar-style graphics mixed with the atmosphere of a horror film has been available on other platforms since April 2017. The complete edition of Little Nightmares includes all previous chapters from The Secret of Maw, including The Depths, The Hideaway, and The Residence. You play as Six and the Kid in this chilling puzzle platformer as you must find a way through rooms in a giant dollhouse and evade the clutches of the sick and powerful creatures within it. You must decide whether to hide, sneak your way past danger, or run for your life to avoid being captured and escape the maw and its deadly janitor. This is a beautiful, frightening and original game that has similarities only to the equally acclaimed Limbo in its style and presentation. Little Nightmares The Complete Edition is available for pre-order and will be released digitally and physically May 18th. Capcom are celebrating 30 years of a classic game on Nintendo platforms with a series of legacy collections. Yes, Mega Man is back and carrying on the tradition of featuring on numerous Nintendo platforms. On May 22nd, you can get your hands on 2 collections featuring all 10 games from the NES and SNES consoles. It brings you all the 8-bit and 16-bit Mega Man action you could ever ask for. New features are available including Rewind, so you can have another go at tricky stages of your game. The collections will also include challenge modes, a museum mode covering the history of Mega Man, which includes game art and sketches, and also there will be online leaderboards featuring video replays of the best playing talent. Legacy Collection 1 will cost $14.99, Legacy Collection 2 will cost $19.99, and a physical version is available in North America and Japan for $40. Runner 3 is the long-awaited rhythm platformer game created by Choice Provisions. You might also know them as Gaijin Games. Nicalis have also got involved in publishing the physical edition of the game. I love Nicalis. Charles Martinet does the voice acting. He's also known as the voice of Mario, so this game has a lot going for it. It's a dynamic, eye-dazzling auto-runner where you need to control the actions such as running, jumping, sliding and kicking while keeping to the rhythm. Achieve this and you'll guide Commander Video over obstacles, collect gold bars and improve your high score. The game has 3 levels and 5 different modes of varying difficulty. There are different paths available on each course, with the more challenging sections offering the gems you want to collect along the way. A new addition to the series is the Retro Challenge, where you can play it as an out-and-out platformer. The game was previously expected to release in 2017, but it will finally release on Switch May 22nd, $25 digitally, and there's no UK prices as of yet. The Switch is becoming known as the console to revive old franchises and to find a bigger audience for neglected Wii U games. This trend continues with the return of PixelJunk Monsters. The sequel to the old PS3, PSP and Wii U tower defense game is arriving on the 25th of May. It has an awesome Wallace and Gromit Aardman animations look to it and looks really cool. It's been over 10 years since the original game released, and PixelJunk Monsters 2 promises new worlds, new towers and new items to stop the invading monsters with. The cherry on top is an all-new multiplayer experience, so your PixelJunk Monsters 2 action can be enjoyed with up to 4 players at once. It looks cute, it's a cult classic, it arrives on Switch May 25th, the price is $14.99 in the US, and the price is yet to be confirmed in Europe, so watch this space. Finishing off my top 10 Switch releases in May is another Capcom anniversary set. This time it is the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. The anniversary is for the original Street Fighter arcade game, so you guessed it, the collection is all of arcade versions of Street Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter 3. It has 12 versions in total, all available on a physical cart, with 4 games being available for online multiplayer with ranked matchmaking. Because any game, fighting game that is, wouldn't be the same without being able to challenge your friends and the world online. Never mind the greatest 2D fighting series of all time. There is no challenger worthy of Street Fighter's crown. Do not argue this. Exclusive to Switch is an 8-player tournament mode for Super Street Fighter 2 that can be played locally with 4 consoles. You can view an interactive museum about the games with concept art, music and facts about the series' history as well. You've got to hand it to Capcom, this could be a very cool collection and it will most likely sell by the bucket load. I managed to get a physical copy for $24.99 through a GameSeek deal, so I'm happy and can't wait to play it. It is marked down as $44.99 on the eShop and around $40 in the US. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection arrives May 29th on the Switch. So those were my top 10 games on the Switch for the month of May, coming from your major studios, your major developers, your larger indie developers. There's a good selection there, lots of different games, but I think my top 3, in no particular order, I think Donkey Kong's got to be in there. It's just an amazing game, so much nostalgia, but just awesome graphics, great music. You know, it's a tough game, but it's something that, you know, I love the Donkey Kong games, so that is definitely one on my list. I pre-ordered it. I can't wait to get my Donkey Kong mug. It's coming with it. I've ordered it direct from Nintendo, and also, Little Nightmares, just such an atmospheric looking game. You know, I've ordered a complete edition, so I can't wait to get my hands on that. Physical releases are always cool. And then Street Fighter. Everyone loves Street Fighter. My best man has kicked my ass recently at Insomnia, so I'm sure we'll be playing that together online and locally. So those are probably my top 3, but let me know what are your favourites, any comments on games I maybe missed out, what you're looking forward to playing, you know, put them down below. If this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, check out all my social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, also on Patreon. You can help support the channel, help the Fraser Mac clan grow. But, you know, lots of games, you know, I can't wait to get my hands on all of them. Just so much to play leading up to E3, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.